Hey, everybody, and Patrice, how are you?
Hey, Mirror Bear. Hey, y'all. Marilyn, I'm doing wonderful today. I'm blessed to be able to spend another night with you. So I'm happy.
Good, 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 good. Getting ready for a longer weekend than usual, so that's good. 3-day weekend at least for most people. We don't have school Monday, but we do have some meetings, which is ridiculous.
On Monday.
Yes. I'm thinking about not going.
What are they going to do to you?
I know, right? They're not going to fire me. They're
Marilyn,
not going to fire me.
you have to go in there like you're the boss. Meetings? Oh, no, I don't do those anymore.
I don't do those anymore. Alice training. I don't know if you guys do Alice training, but Alice training is for intruders, things going on in and around the building. So we're doing Alice training for the staff in the afternoon. I was like, I'm not going to be there anymore.
Exactly.
I've been through this. So anyway, let me say hello to everybody. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Tonight on the live, we're going to play with some lasers. So I'm going to do a project on the X-Tool P2. This is a CO2 laser. It is a 55 watt CO2 laser. And then I'm going to play with the We Create Vista, which is right over here. And that's a 10 watt diode laser. And you can't really compare, like a 10 watt diode wouldn't be the same as a 10 watt CO2 laser. They're just different. They're different units of power. Well, the wattage is a unit of power, but they have different types of power. And then I have a fiber laser over there that I'm probably going to do a project on. And it's a 20 watt fiber laser. Again, you really can't compare the power on what it can do, because the fiber laser can do deep metal engraving, not just marking, but true engraving. There's something I did. I practiced on the back to get my settings, whereas my CO2 laser can't engrave on metal. It can mark metal if you have something on it. The Vista can't engrave into the metal. It can engrave on painted metal blanks. It takes the paint off. So those are the three types we're going to play with today. And the CO2 laser and the Vista laser, those are considered gantry lasers. So the laser head is moving around on something that goes back and forth and side to side. And your software is guiding it based on what you tell it to where it's going to engrave or cut. The fiber laser, as well as, like I have an F1 laser, those are galvo style lasers. And in those lasers, there's nothing moving other than some mirrors are directing your laser beam to where it needs to go. So a galvo style laser is super fast, but you're going to have limitations because they're typically pretty small. So that's what I'm going to use tonight. I think in the P2, I'm going to make some acrylic earrings, and I have a pink and gold. I made some earrings on a video using this, a pink and gold with a clear acrylic, and then a bright pink, you can see from the side, acrylic. And then on the Vista, I'm going to use this wood right here. And I said I was going to say hi, and here I am just blabbering on. I'll say hi in just a second. On the Vista, I'm going to make a design that I got on Creative Fabrica, and I'm going to make a little candle holder. Now I'm hoping it's large enough to hold this candle. These come in the Craft of Bling boxes, but if not, it'll definitely be large enough to do little votive candles or little tea light candles. So those are my projects. Hey, Patrice, can I say hi real quick? I'm going to get way, way behind. Okay. Okay. And then I want to hear what you're going to do.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. That's fine. Hey, Penny, welcome. Hey, Dimps and Martha Jordan. Hello, Retired Crafter 22. And Minerva, Merlinda. Oops, I'm not putting this up. There we go. And Jennifer. Hey, D. Smith. Hope your birthday was wonderful. Hey, Ethel. Hey, Marlene and Cheryl. Cheryl put some cute, I think it was 2 towels. I think that was Cheryl's 2 towels, and one of them was really funny, really cute. That they were embroidered on. So, hey, Carrie Crafts. What?
Bees on it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, from Cheryl's ready.
That one was that was Cheryl, wasn't it? Cheryl, was that you?
Oh, maybe it was.
I can have it mixed up.
I think about Miss Cheryl H.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. Cheryl Green. Cheryl G. Kelly, hope you are feeling better. Hey, Sharon, hope you're feeling well. Hey, Robin. Hey, Kawanda. Let's see. Scroll. Hopefully I don't miss. Hey, Nicole. And then she said, hey, Nomi, to you. Let's see. Keep us scrolling. Hey, Whitney. Welcome. And Marta, welcome. Hey, Zelda and Stacy. Stacy also, she put up a few array tests on the holographic tumblers, different colors of holographic tumblers, and then she incorporated some data that Shay Shay came up with also.
Yes.
So I thought that was really nice because they sacrificed their blanks. Hey, Porgy. Hey, Mary Brown. Hey, Starla. Hello, Teresa. Hi, Shay Shay. Okay, I'm going to try to go faster. Faster. Everybody's talking. Hey, Patricia and Danny. Hi. Okay, nope, said hi. Hi, Alice and Anna. Hey, Judy. Hey, Unbiased. Hey, Eve. Hey, Patrice, can you hear that? I'm closer to my DTF printer over here.
I can hear you.
Hey, Daisy. Denise, our Lovelanders. Hey, Nene. Hey, Barb. Geneva. Meredith. Addie. LaShawn. Welcome. Hey, Diane. Welcome. Hey, Carol. All right. We're going to scroll a little faster. Hi, Lisa. A little faster. Hey, Greg and Linda. Hey, Delonda. Are you feeling better? I hope so. Hey, Tammy. All right. I feel like I'm almost to the bottom, and I hope I didn't miss anyone. But hey, Sippin' Crafts. But I can't imagine I didn't miss someone. So hey, Shamika and Miss C. So I apologize if I did. Hey, Kels. Hey, Fab. And Dorica. Lolita. Hey, Lee Hansen. Welcome. Newbie laser owner from Australia. Awesome. Which laser do you have? Okay. Let's see. Did Delonda say she was feeling better? Oh, 100 times better. Yay. That's great. That is great. Hey, Mark Love. Hey, Stacy Collins. All right, I'm to the bottom. So Patrice, what I talked about was I have this piece of, let me just, thank you for welcoming, Mark. Thank you. Dear Taurus shirt. Patrice made this design, and I think this was a shirt you sent to me at my birthday even. Hey, Lucille. So I'm going to make a candle holder out of this wood, and I have flock dots on the back of that in my Vista. And then I'm going to make earrings out of some pink and some pink glittery stuff in the P2. And then if we get around to the fiber laser, I'm going to engrave on metal. So what's your plan for the evening?
Candle holders sound good.
Did you see the second design I sent to you?
You texted to me?
I texted a picture of it to you. So the one I'm doing, it goes straight, and then the other one kind of was bulbous or something. There is some type of flying bug in here. So if you see something zip by, it's an Asian beetle.
Let's see.
So I think that, which one do I want to start in? I'm going to start in the Vista. And you can see I'm in a different area of the room. And I'm very nervous about how this is going to go because I don't have cameras all over the room like Patrice is set up. But when I retire, I'm going to be working on that so I can do a little bit better. But I do have my Vista, my little cart here that I brought over. And I typically do things hardwired just because of the stability of our internet connection. This way I don't have to worry about that. It's a little harmless flying bug. But if it were like a little snake, I'd be freaking out. Let's see. I don't like spiders. I hate snakes worse. And I really don't like wasps. Let's see. So, Stacy, this is the same room. You see behind me. So I'm usually over there and I'm facing this way and you guys are looking at me. So I rolled my table so that it'd be in front of where I keep the two bigger lasers. And then I put my Vista on a rolling cart that my embroidery machine is usually on and wheeled it over here so that we could just do everything right here because I wanted you, even though you're not going to have a bird's eye view into the laser, I wanted you to see the lasers. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me find my design. Who knows what all I might have on this computer that I don't need to be showing. So let me look here. It's on my desktop. I think I'm perfectly fine. I think I am perfectly fine. If not, just close your eyes. Okay. Did you decide what you're going to do yet, Patrice?
I haven't. Don't worry, Marilyn. Don't worry. Don't stress your little self out.
All righty. All right. I know you'll figure out something. You'll probably do 7 projects.
I won't.
Hey,
I could barely do 2. I could barely get through 1 project last night.
So last night we were on Patrice's channel and we were substitute teachers. I just kind of hung out. Patrice was substitute teacher 1 and I hung out substitute teacher 2. And we were doing Romeo Wednesday because Crafting with Delonda always does Romeo Wednesday, but she's been really sick, like in the bed sick. And so last night on live, we did a couple little wallets. And it looks weird. It looks like it doesn't match up right. It really does. It's just the camera. But we did these little wallets. It has a little snap. Yeah. And we did those with, I used a Caesar Romeo. You used a Romeo also, didn't you, Patrice?
It was Romeo Wednesday.
It's okay, you're right. You are right. You're right. Do you have a Juliet also?
No, I don't have this
When
one.
you're right, you're right. I can't even argue with that. Do you ever see me just shut up?
Literally had a camera on Romeo all night.
I wasn't looking at your camera because I was stressed because, you know, I haven't used Romeo very much other than for Fluck. So, all right. I also made this with my Romeo. Okay. And then I was less happy with the little earrings, which in the camera, they look okay, but they're not that great. Yours turned out super cute.
Okay.
They are super cute. Stacy said maybe it needs to be changed to Leonardo Wednesday. Hey, Debbie. Welcome. Let's see. What is the other part? Remember, I'm having a senior moment. I missed the first of that. Eve, let's see. What are you asking? Okay, she said something about the X-Tool F1. Thank you, Stacy. Hey, Tonsil.
What the F1 does, it also engraves on, or it does like metal marking too. The F1 does too.
Because it has a 10-watt diode and a 2-watt infrared. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to. Thank you, Delonda. Hit the like button if you don't mind. I appreciate it.
Oh, Shay, I got to show you something. Let me show you something really quick that I did. So I got our jackets. So I have a black Farsi jacket and a pink one. And so on my pink Farsi jacket, it's a little crop top. Y'all know I like the crop hoodies and crop tops and crop dresses. Well, not crop dress, but you know what I mean.
Eve likes crop dresses.
Shay, look, I did a pink. So I think I'm just gonna stick with pink and white, because for my pink crop top Farsi jacket, some crafty crop top crafty jacket, it's gonna be, I'm just gonna do all pink patches on it. It's just gonna be all pink patches.
Oh, that'll be cute. That will be very, very cute.
I think I may do like a little bit like pink. I was thinking of like pink and black kind of to go with it, but I don't know. We'll see soon. We'll see how I feel on Saturday or Sunday-ish.
So, somebody had posted a patch in the Facebook group and it had a cute little cow. It was the word love. She said she got it from Creative Fabrica.
So cute.
And I can't find it.
You can't find it?
I can't find it in Creative Fabrica. It's driving me crazy. So, Shay, you were in on that post. Did you find it? I want it. Okay.
I'm done showing and telling.
There you go. All right. So I am going to share my screen.
Share your screen.
Remember in the old days what? Remember in the old days when I had to always ask you how to do all this?
And now look at you. Girl.
Look at me. Look at me. Okay, let's see. Let's go to applications. And we are going to start in We Create. And I'm not going to turn the laser on yet because I don't want the noise. But this is the We Create Make It software. And I did download. Let me see if I can find. Oh, we don't want that. Creative Fabrica. Let's see. Let me show you what I found. I don't want to do it that way. I'll just bring it in. I'll just bring it in and I can always link to it. Okay, so I'm going to say New Project. And then go to File and Import. And then, oh, this is one of the things I'm going to make. Let's go to my desktop. And it's in, what is it in? What's it called?
Thank you, Delonda. Delonda dropped the link to the patch, Mirror Bear.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Love Cal Valentine. Okay. What did I do with this? There it is. Tea light holder circular. Okay, so they have 3 sizes, a tall one, a medium one, and a short one. I'm going to do the short one. And then you need to know the thickness of your material. Now, here's the bad part is my caliper battery is dead. They have options for 1/8 inch. They have options for 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters and 1/8 inch are close. And I'll show you why it matters here in a minute. We're going to call this 3 millimeter and then we're just going to pray. Because there's 1, 3, and 1/8 of an inch. Patrice, yes, we create wood. Do they usually call it 1/8 inch or 3 millimeter? Do you know? That's
3 millimeter, I think.
Let's just go with 3 millimeter.
I don't
know. Short 3 millimeter. Okay. So I'll find a picture in a minute. We're going to start this cutting because it's going to take a long time, because the Vista is a 10-watt diode laser and it cuts very cleanly, but it's slow. Diode lasers are slow. But one thing, when I pull this in, I noticed that I think there's problems with this design. We're going to fix them. Hey, Coretta. Hey, Kenny and Penny. And I saw somebody said hi to Niall. So, hey, Niall and Rosalind McElveen. Okay, so there's issues with this file. It's ridiculous. So, look, this could just pull off. It should not pull off. These are meant to be cut together. Look at this. You could pull that. Oh. So, the first thing that I need to do is go ahead and select everything. And then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to say group. Now everything is all together. So with this design, I wish I had the picture of it, but I don't. You're going to have a base, and then a couple inches up, you're going to have this circle. Each of those little individual little divots in that is where these upright pieces of wood are going to go. So the problem, if you don't have the right dimension of wood in there, the right thickness of wood in there, you can't just make everything bigger, because then your holes are going to be too big for the thickness of your wood. So that's what we're going to hope turns out okay, is that I pick the right thickness of wood. If not, I'll just jam it in there anyway. And I might even use glue. You don't have to necessarily use glue, but I'm going to probably use glue. So I'm going to turn this on. Hopefully you can still hear. And, okay, it stopped making noise. With the Vista, hopefully you can kind of see this. With the Vista, you leave the lid open. So, you know when I always whined about how loud it was in here when the air conditioner or the heater goes? Jesse, I know he remembers because he always told me, don't worry about it. That little slotted door over there, that's where the air handler is. So that's why it was loud in here. Okay, so the Vista, okay, it's not going to work. The Vista, you have to have the lid open because the camera, hopefully you can see this, the camera is right under this. Maybe I should stop sharing for a minute. Let me stop sharing. Okay, the camera is, hi Patrice, the camera is right here. And the camera is right here because this is such a shallow machine. With the top down, if the camera were in the middle where a lot of cameras are, it'd be too close to the base. It'd be too close to the base of the laser. And so what they did was they put the camera up here and it looks straight down and I can see more of the bed. So let me go ahead and put my wood in there. Now, let's go back to sharing the screen. And let's go back to our software. Okay, what did Shay Shay say? I don't know how well she works that laptop without a mouse. Hey, Miss Becky. Okay, so we have the design here. Let's hit refresh and see if my computer recognizes that it's attached to it yet. Because there it is. On this laser and on my P2, sometimes I'll try to do something and it's not recognizing my computer yet. Or it's not recognizing, it's not recognizing the connection between the computer and the laser yet. So you might have to turn the laser off and back on and hit refresh. There's just sometimes when it's not perfect. Okay, so I can see that this is not going to fit all on that one piece of wood. So I can either do it in 2 cuts or I can get a different piece of wood. And I think for now, I will just get a different piece of wood, and hopefully I have one that's large enough to do this whole project on 1 cut. So I'm going to see if I can't find that. I'll stop sharing, and then, and I lost Patrice. Okay, so now we're going to let Patrice talk for a minute about her beautiful pink vista and what she's going to work on.
It's practically the same vista that Marilyn has. So I think for the first project, I was going to work with the P2, but I think I'm going to cut out, since Marilyn's going to cut that out with her vista. I think I'm going to cut out what I'm going to make with my vista, and I'm going to make like a Valentine's box. It looks like a little mailbox or a little piece of mail, but like a box that you can put a gift in. And so that's what I'm going to make. And so it's kind of similar where you have to piece things together. And like Marilyn said, you need to make sure that you're selecting the correct thickness of material in order for it to be pieced together. Now, I have a site that I go to that I usually can create boxes for laser projects because, you know, nobody has to call that math. I'm a teacher, but I'm not that teacher. Okay, so I don't want to have to measure all the different angles and things like that. So there is a site. I'm going to see if I can find it in case you want to try to create your own box. All right. That's my thing here. And I think I'm going to use the Vista and I'm going to use the pink to get that done. I took the F1 out to do it, but it's something's wrong with it. So something's wrong. I mean, it could be me, but I really don't think it's me this time. Generally, it is. We'll see. Like if I could get it to work before, then I'll use it. But that's what I'm going to be making. And then I think I'll cut some acrylic with Marilyn. You're going to cut acrylic with the P2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do some earrings. And the large one that I have is actually something that I had cut down a long time ago at Home Depot or Lowe's for my Glowforge, and it's too large for in here. So we're going to use 2 pieces of wood. And so my candle holder is going to be 2-toned.
Oh, that's
will probably be even better, right?
It's going to be great.
I saw on Creative Fabrica a little mailbox, a Valentine's mailbox. It was super cute. Maybe it's the one that you're going to do.
It's really like a piece of mail, like a larger. It's
oh, okay. That's not what I saw. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ungroup these, and let me go ahead and share this again. And sometimes you just kind of have to work through things. So this may not look perfect as I'm doing it. You may be like, what is she doing? But it's just kind of like any other craft, whether it's embroidery or it's sewing. There are going to be things that come up and you just kind of have to problem solve through those things. Let me do one more thing real quick. I want to find my design on Creative Fabrica and pull it out so you see the end product, what it's going to look like. So candle holder, because I thought these were really, really cute. Okay, I found those. So let me go ahead and share the screen again. Okay, so this was one of them that I saw. Nope, that's not the one I sent to you even. But there is a tea light holder. This looks to be, well, that picture looks a little different, but that's basically what I'm doing is that one right there. This time I searched for candle holder. When I did the search earlier today, all I did was I put the word laser in there. And one of the first things that came up was a candle holder. Okay, So here's one candle holder, and this is not the one I'm doing, but it's very similar. Mine, everything goes straight up. I was afraid with these that it'd be hard to fit the candle down in there because these are really made for tea lights. So then I went on down, and there's thousands of things on here for lasers. But I went on down and I found, should be showing up here. There it is. I found these. And so you have a tall one, a medium one, and a short one. And see, you have one of the circles. So the circle that had the middle cut out, or that will have the middle come out, goes here. And then the solid circle goes on the bottom. I'm hoping this fits in there, but if it doesn't, it will hold a votive candle, I'm sure. So let's get rid of that. And then we're going to go back to the software. Okay, so I ungrouped these. Remember, I had grouped them, and now I've ungrouped them. And the reason I ungrouped them is because I only have room for part of what I'm doing on there. So I want to select, and this is going to be kind of tough because everything is its own individual little line, but I want to select, I think I got it all of those, and say group. Now to check it, I'm just going to move it around, and I can see all of that is together with the exception. Yeah, okay. I thought there was something loose down there. And then I'm going to go ahead and select all of this, and I'll say group for that. Now remember when I said that one of them had a circle cut out of the middle? That's the circle that's going to go out of the middle. So let's go ahead and let me click refresh again. I think I have the same wood in there. And it is already set for 3mm basswood. This really isn't basswood. I would say this is more like, I don't know. I would say maybe cherry. I'm going to say cherry wood because I think cherry wood is a little bit more dense. And then we're going to set it for the 3mm. And for now, I'm going to say confirm. If I were, let me see if that'll go back. Nope. Okay. So cherry wood, there we go. And then 3mm. If I were engraving, I could look at these settings and see how dark it says that it's going to engrave. And I could pick my settings from there. So for example, let me see if this works. Nope. Let's say I like this one right here. I go to the left and I see that that says that's a speed of 300. I know that's really small, but I see that's a speed of 300. And then I go down here and I see it's a power of 55. This is called an array test. So this one, where you can barely see anything, is a speed of 500 or 600. I can't read that, it's so small. And then a power of 10. This next one is the same speed, power of 33. So this array test is what I was talking about that Stacy did on those tumblers that she posted to show. Okay, but we're not engraving, we're just cutting. So I don't have to worry about that. Now I'm going to say confirm. And I'm going to move it so it's all on the wood. Now I want to take this one, and there's that Asian beetle. Get out of here. I want to say ignore for processing for now because there's no wood over here to do. So I'm ignoring this one now. I'll set it later. Going back to this one, I want to cut it. And so the lines turned red, and it sets the power at 100% and a speed of 3. So this is going to be slow. Hopefully we get this done. Then what I want to do is I want to auto measure this. I want the laser to determine where the material is as far as up and down to determine the best cut, or to basically to determine where the wood is to know where that laser should be pointed at. Okay, so I'm going to click on auto measure. The light goes out, there's a red laser dot looking at the material in there. The light comes back on. And look, it thinks it's a thickness of 4.27. I don't think that's super accurate. I don't think it's that wide. And it could be because the wood is a little bit not flat. Okay, let's just hope this works. So we have it set to 3mm wood. That helps the settings. Then the machine thinks the thickness is that. That's where it's going to point the laser to do its cut. We do have it set for cut. And then here are our settings. Enhanced cutting, I think I learned or was told that that makes it where it actually thinks it needs to go deeper. So people are having a hard time cutting. Patrice, do you think that's accurate?
What did it say? Enhanced cutting?
Enhanced cutting. I think it makes it go a little deeper so that it cuts. I did hear somebody say that. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Okay. So I am going to say start. And then I do have a filter over there. So I'm going to turn that on, and it's going to help the smoke out of the machine and into that filter purifier. Mm-hmm. This machine also comes with what's called Air Assist, and Air Assist makes a world of difference. Mm-hmm. And then I may, let's see how loud it is. At that point, I may go ahead and remove my screen. I may mute this for a while, and then we'll have Patrice start talking. Okay, let's see. Any questions before I do this? So I am going to say framing, and it's going to go over my material to see if it's in the right place. Okay.
Sounds great, Marilyn. Sounds great.
Okay. And it points a laser light and shows you exactly the perimeter of what you're going to be cutting, the outside amount. So I know that my material is placed fine. I'm just worried about this thickness thing and it all fitting together like a puzzle. So I've done that. So, oh my goodness. Look how long it's estimating.
How long? 5 hours?
53 minutes. 53 minutes. We're going to start it. And I might have to roll this away for a while we talk and work on other things. But I'm going to say send. And then it is telling me to go ahead and close my lid. And then it's showing me to press this button on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to run around and turn my filter on. And then I'm going to come back and see how loud it is. Okay?
It'll be fine.
And I'll also kind of look and see if it's cutting all the way through. Should have wheeled this away before I hit the start button.
It's fine, Meryl. It's fine.
I have no idea if that's cutting all the way through. I have no idea.
You can do a test?
Too late.
Oh, Mark Love said, do you use Lightburn for this?
I do not. A lot of people really prefer Lightburn, and those are like the techie tech laser people, and I'm like the techie tech crafting hobby person. So I've used Lightburn, but I don't prefer Lightburn. But you can.
One day we'll master Lightburn, Maryland. One day we'll actually take this. I think, honestly, I just found that it was a little bit easier to do it with.
Yeah, I do too. I would say the other thing that I really wish I would have done was I didn't even merge that together. So even though I grouped it, those are still individual cuts. I wish I would have, if I couldn't do it in software, if I couldn't figure it out in software, which there is a merge, I could have taken it into Silhouette or Inkscape or anything like that. I could have put it all together and I could have welded or merged or whatever you want to call it. I could have made it a compound cap. That might have even sped up the cut. I bet it would have. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself for a little bit, Patrice, if you wanna start talking, okay?
Sure. Well, I'm doing a mailbox, and I had to go. Sorry, Marilyn, when I left earlier, but I needed to go and get some thinner wood. This wood is 3mm thick, so I really need to make sure I use this wood. And on some wood I picked up is Glow Forge proof grade material. So that's what I'm going to be using today, because the wood that I have that I usually get from Home Depot, it's super duper thick. So it's like more so like 6mm thick, like a quarter of an inch. So yeah, if I didn't have to piece it together, then I would be fine. But because I have to piece it together, that wood needs to go and be able to fit into the slots. I can't necessarily have it too large. Now, hopefully this printed out the right size. Let me check. I didn't check that. And it doesn't have any instructions on like what size it should be. It just says use 3mm thick wood. It's rare that I ever get things that come into We Create larger than what it's supposed to be. So I'm not too worried about it. That usually just happens to me and y'all know where. So I'm not really worried too much about it. We're just going to do one pass. All right. I think I'm pretty much ready to do this. Oh, Delonda's in her craft room for the first time since Monday. I know you're happy. Mark's a barber, but he loves crafting. Awesome. Mark, what type of crafts do you make? Like, what do you like to do? Or what do you want to do?
Just wanted to let you know it's cutting all the way through. Yeah. It's cutting all the way through and it's falling through because it was a little bit warped. So, okay, back to mute.
Not back to mute. So mine is going to take about 16 minutes to cut. But it's going to take 16 minutes, but then I have to cut 2 other pieces too after that. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn on the air filter. And so I'm going to start making a lot of noise too, but all of you guys understand that this is the whole process, right?
Yeah. So somebody in the chat tell me, and honestly, because I don't have the sound control, dampering, noise control, whatever, like Patrice does on, and I don't even know how to. So is it very loud? Like, is it annoying that I'm talking this loud to talk in? And be honest. So Mark said he has a We Create and he does sublimation. Okay, so Delonda's asking if So Good Sunday is going to be so good. Yeah, if So Good is going to be Sunday since the Craft of Bling Box Zoom is Saturday. Or Saturday night. Yay!
It's up to you, Delonda. It doesn't matter to me. I'll be good. It doesn't matter. I mean, we can do Saturday night.
Right, Shay Shay's telling Mark those are our crafts right here. Sublimation, lasers, and doing small projects. Okay, so if it gets annoying, please somebody tell me. She said, oh, they're going to a comedy show Saturday night, so Sunday works for her.
It's a Sunday afternoon. Is Sunday afternoon good? Sorry, Marilyn.
Okay, so what are you doing now?
No, I think it's Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
Do you want to add my camera, my other camera?
Sure.
Or no? You don't have to.
No, I will. Let me ask Yolanda a question.
So,
There we go. And then I'm going to make it big. And while you're talking, I will go ahead and mute again.
so the Glowforge has a masking on it, and it's engraving on top of it, but it's not doing a good job. So, we'll see. It's probably because of the masking. Definitely because of the masking. And maybe my settings, I should have did it a little bit deeper. So all of the Glowforge material generally comes with a masking on top, masking on the top and the bottom to help with the burn. Yep, that's perfect for one, Patrice. So it comes with like a masking on the top to help, prevent burn that can happen sometimes with cutting. So that's what's happening. But with this machine, the engraving needs to be a lot more powerful than it is in order to actually penetrate through that mask. So let's see how this is.
I forgot I wasn't even muted. I'm trying to be all quiet over here.
I noticed you were being really quiet.
So I think I heard you say that 2:30 Central Time worked for the So Good. Okay.
Yeah. That'll be perfect on Sunday. And then I don't have to go to work on Monday. I'm playing.
That's right.
I'm gonna be so well rested and refreshed. Excited.
That's funny. That's funny. Okay, what were you saying? That is masked. So when it's masked, it has like a paper masking on it. You can't see the engrave as well while it's doing it.
No, well, we're not going to be able to see it either. So you can. So generally on my CO2s, I'll put a masking on top. Now, the masking, it needs to be laser safe masking on top. You can purchase additional masking to put on top of the material. This comes with it already. Right now, Miss Jazzy Charles, I'm using the Vista, the 10-watt Vista. And I think somebody saw, I don't know if you saw up earlier, it might have been Becky asking if you were using you have a 40-watt Vista. There isn't a 40-watt Vista yet. There's they have the 20-watt Vision and the 40-watt Vision. But the Vistas, I think, only come in the 10-watt. And Marilyn, do you have the 20 or the 40?
So on the Vision, I have the 20-watt. And then the Vista, what I've heard is that sometime during 2025, so right now they have a 10-watt diode and they have a 2-watt infrared. And what I've heard is that during this calendar year, that they think they'll have a 20-watt diode. So that would cut things more deeply. You don't have to have higher power for engraving so much, and the higher power you get on a diode, the less intricate your engraving can be. So that's kind of why a 20-watt is a nice sweet spot, because it cuts well and it engraves well. If you go up to a 40-watt, it cuts even better. But the engraving, if you're trying to do really intricate engraving, is going to be a little less intricate. Honestly, I don't know that it's enough for my eyes to even notice, but that's what I've read. Gail, I actually made my pin jig, which I have right over here. I actually cut it with my CO2 laser only because I was cutting it right before I was using it, and I didn't have as much time to wait for it to cut more slowly on the WeCreate. But the WeCreate would cut one just perfectly fine. You'll see when I take this out. It's going to cut the same. It's going to do a good job. Let me grab that.
I did the right settings, guys, but it's okay, fine. It's always rushy. We're just gonna use the what do you do?
So this is my pin jig. And all I did was I decided how wide. I didn't do anything spectacular. I decided how wide I wanted the holes. I didn't want the pin to go all the way down. I wanted it to sit up on top of it so that the little clippy thing wouldn't mess up. So I cut those out, and then to hold it up off of the base, I just glued 2 of the little things that came out of here on the back. Because you know how some lasers have divots in them, and I wanted something to sit along those divots. Shay, you do not have to have a jig to laser your pins. You can, especially if you're doing one at a time, you can set on your laser. I will tell you the first time, and Patrice, you used your Vista to engrave your pins?
Yeah.
The first time I used my Vista to start playing with the pins, I set it in there and I went to town, no jig, and it engraved fine, but then as the laser head was moving back, it blew the pin, so the pin kind of scooched. So I would tape it down. I would put a little bit of tape to hold it really secure on there. But there is engraving with fiber laser, and there's engraving with the Vista with my very first settings I tried, which were 100% power and a speed of 20. I think that Patrice's on her Vista came out better than mine. I'm going to be messing with the settings before I do my video.
I did the silicone, there's like a silicone setting in there. I did that one and with 2 passes.
Okay. Do you remember what the numbers were of the setting?
I used whatever setting that they had in there. I don't remember.
Oh, well, I can find that.
It was like the silicone rubber or something like that, because it feels like it doesn't really feel like hard. That's why.
Right. This feels kind of like a silicone coating, but let me mute while you talk about that.
No, so this is the jig that I use for my pencils, but I also use it for the pen that I made too, because it literally fit like right there, just like that. So I also used it for that also, just like this. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else I use. I use something else. I think I have another jig that I use too, because no, maybe I use this one, but this is a jig. Came straight from Creative Fabrica. You can make this yourself if you want to. Like, you don't have to get it from Creative Fabrica if you don't want to. But this came from Creative Fabrica. This is a 3mm piece of wood. That's wood from this was an X-Tool wood, and I literally just cut it out like that, and I put my pins on top and cut. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. So.
This was my first pencil jig.
It's cardboard.
It's cardboard. So you don't have to have anything fancy. It's just to keep it from rolling around and all that. So that was my first one. I used that on my Glowforge way back, years ago. And then I made this for dog tags. And I just measured and kind of designed it myself. And then one thing I did is I cut holes in the bottom so you can just pop them up. I learned how to do this from a YouTuber named Sam Craft. I didn't use his measurements and all that because I wanted to kind of create what I wanted. But he teaches you, to me, what you need to know to do a jig. Well, hey, PYD Live. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Gail, that's a good idea. Yes, we love the lasers. Oh, Shay Shay. What is it, the pin? You want the pin in your bling box? And Tanu, hey. Let's see, you need a jig for clips. What kind of clips, Steve? What kind of clips you need it for? Now, I will tell you this, Gail. I did this one in a CO2 laser. I have no idea how a diode will interact with cardboard. So don't, you know. Patrice, have you done cardboard in a diode?
Who?
Have you done cardboard in a diode? Because I did this in a CO2, so it's super fast. I don't know if doing cardboard in a diode, it would flare up and fire.
I haven't done cardboard, but I'm pretty sure that I did some type of paper-based. Pretty sure.
Oh, now Shay Shay has two things she wants in her bling box.
So she needs the earrings and she needs the jig, right?
Yep. Okay, Eve, did I have a clip that went on hat brims, or are you talking about Patrice?
Huh?
Patrice said Eve said she needs a jig for clips. And I said, what kind of clip? She said, the clip like you have that goes on hat brims.
I think she was talking to you. I don't remember that.
Did I have a clip? Did you? My poor memory. Hey, Penny. Hey, Sylvia. Oh, good. You got a fire extinguisher?
You.
She said it was me. Describe these to me, Eve. Because for some reason I'm not remembering this. I do not remember. Okay, it's working fine. I know that 53 minutes is an extremely long time. Extremely long time. And what, Patrice, did you say yours was going to be 16 minutes?
Yeah, but I think we're trying to go one more time. I think it's up. It looks like it's up, but I don't think it's up to the other side. Yeah, if you don't feel comfortable using a laser, using your laser to cut cardboard, just get a thin piece of wood. That's perfect. All you just need is for your pencil to go in here. So you can find, y'all know that Dollar Tree has like thin wood. So guess what? Go to Dollar Tree, get some of their thin wood. Look at this wood right here. Practically the same thickness. Practically the same thickness. Okay, and this came from Dollar Tree. This wood came from Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree line. So if you don't want to use cardboard, no big deal. Guess what? You can use this. You can put some of your jigs right in here, in those little slots. Go ahead, your beer.
So this came from the Dollar Tree store. It's thin wood like you would use. So for $1.25, that's a nice size piece of wood. I have two of those. I took the hanger things out. I got this at the Dollar Tree. That's another nice size piece of wood. So you can use these. That's what I would recommend. That's what I did when I started out. And if you want to do a prototype of something, you can use these to see if it's going to work right. If you're designing, I don't really design a whole lot of laser files, but these are things that you can use to save money when you're starting out. So, Shay Shay, what are you checking out? Yeah, I have the blanket. Let me grab that. And if I was really safe, I would have had it over here by me. I do keep it, I don't keep it in this, but I have this. And it's just a large blanket that will snuff out fire if you throw this over it. So, now, my sister actually gave me these. Let me see if I find this. They do show the standards that they meet on them. Let me see. Ooh. So what I put in there is the ones that I have. It was a 2-pack of this. They're 39 inches by 39 inches. They do have a larger one. It's very expensive. But I mean, and actually I should have a larger one for my P2. For the Vista, this one's plenty big. I don't know if it would fit all the way over the Vision. It's not going to fit over the CO2. The CO2 has a safety shutoff. It also has an emergency shutoff that you can push, and it's going to stop everything. If you ever have something like that, you don't want to open that lid because oxygen feeds your flame. Unless you have your can that you're going to spray on it real quick, but I think opening the lid is just going to fuel it for a while. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, it's a nice price scale. Hey, Marissa. And I did see that Jess earlier said, so she hears there's going to be a laser zoom. There is going to be a laser zoom in February. Okay, Eve. Industrial French, I don't know who you're asking. Oh, okay. Industrial French is a YouTuber. That is who I got my taping method from. He's a sublimation YouTuber for the most part. And yes. I think he has some other things now. He used to follow Patrice, Ray or Roy. I think it's Roy. I think that's where I heard of it, was in Patrice's chats.
I need a new battery too.
You need a new battery for what? Oh!
So if you guys never saw this, those of you who have a laser, this is a caliper. And so what it does is it helps you to get an accurate measurement for your material. Now, back in the day, before they came out with all these machines that auto measure the material thickness for you, I used to have to use this with Bell so that I would know exactly how thick the material was. And so this is a digital one that tells you digitally, but my battery is dead. But that's kind of how it would go. And you would just like measure. See, the other side has like the other little opening. I mean, even though most of the machines do auto measure now, it's still a good idea to have
especially when you're trying to fit the thickness of the wood into little slots. The thickness of the wood has to equal those little slots. And so for me to put in the right thickness, to pick the right design based on the thickness, I really should have measured it. So Eve, I haven't done those clips before. She sent me a picture of the clips that she was talking about, but I have not done those clips. Gail, I'm not sure. Amazon has the clips, or are you talking about the blankets, Mark? Nope, I've never had any of those clips. It is not time for the nursing home, Eve. Yeah, Shay, Amazon. It's a trigger for me too. Okay, so while we're waiting, I have a piece of tape on this that has my settings. I did that. You can do slate tiles in a diode, in a CO2, in a fiber laser, and you can you can get great results on a slate with any of those. So, excuse me. This one you'll see I have the word "we create" all over it, and then numbers that I used to test it. And then I used it for my con marker, and I have those up here. And so I've just kept this, and I'm engraving on top of other engraves because I don't want to waste another tile. I assume that I could flip it over and do more engraves on the bottom to see if it would work, but I don't know if the bottom has some type of difference to it. Ask Tim when I get a chance. Okay, because sometimes, well, I don't know if it's the same battery that makes your car operate versus the opening the door. Is yours a keyless? Do you have to put a true key in the ignition, or is your fob just sitting by it and your car starts without it in it? If it's keyless, you might, I don't know. I will ask him, Gil. Oh, Shay, you got a pink mat. I also have a pink mat. I think it's pink on one side and maybe purple on the other. Ooh, okay. That's not good. I wonder how much lead time they give your leeway. Shay. Shay, you got too many triggers.
You can't help it.
I know. I'm on the 9th row. Let me see how many there are on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 5 rows to go. So here's one time, well, like any time, basically, if you're cutting wood, I think that this Vista does a great job at cutting wood. I was actually super surprised with how well and how clean the wood cuts look in this. I was amazed. And I think it's because I've never used a diode with air assist before, other than the Vision. I have air assist on that. But in the old days when I started in the open frame lasers, the open frame diodes, remember those, Patrice? I didn't have air assist. And so I think that makes a big difference. But if you did this on the CO2 laser, this would take 5 minutes versus, 53. but they're super expensive. Okay, I'm trying to find StreamYard. I lost StreamYard. There we go. And then doing patches for cats. Oh. I'm sorry, Mark. Hey, Patrice, you're silenced. You're muted. There we go. Now I hear you. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, I just wasn't talking much. You were talking.
Okay, I'm muting. Now it's your turn.
Girl, how do you mute yourself on your own channel? Marilyn.
What'd you say?
Mute yourself on your own channel. So I'm going to check and see how this cuts through because I had to reprocess it because I really wasn't sure if it cut all the way through or not. So I didn't want to take it out. So that's one thing with this. Like if you don't touch it, it will literally go back over and cut in the same area again. Now I do think I used the thickness of this wood. I put, that's why I was like, let me look at my calendar. As I came over, I'm like, oh, you might have put the wrong reason. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how this is gonna go. So hopefully it will be fine.
Now, if it wasn't so noisy, I could go ahead and start the software, the P2, but I have to connect my computer to the P2, so.
Trying to do what I'm gonna do on P2, I do have like a I'll make another Stanley Cup topper. I do think I want to make. I'm thinking of making these earrings like the top part only with.
Yeah, that's. So I sent you a picture of the 2-piece earrings that I was thinking about doing, but I would like to do this in acrylic also. I think this is a cute. I think it's a cute design. It's going to cut really well out of acrylic on that P2. Oh, I think Shay ordered one of the pink jackets like you're doing.
I ordered my jackets. I ordered a black one and pink. So I can embroider. That's what I did.
I have to tie my shoe for a minute. I keep almost stepping on my shoestring, so give me just a second.
But please be careful in your craft room. You have dangerous machinery in there. Okay. That's it.
Oh my gosh, the length of time this takes is crazy. Okay, so we need some interactive conversation then, since these are long projects. Let's see. Minnesota vehicles, they handle the cold just fine. Jean jacket. So Mylene, what are you going to do on the jean jacket? Is it for the patches, or are you lasering on a jean jacket? What are you doing? And is anyone working on any projects tonight or have any planned for this weekend? And if so, tell us about them so everybody can read about it, since we're just waiting for a laser to cut wood.
I'm going to be doing, we're making patches. So I showed them earlier. So this patch, give away this patch. Doing so good. I made mine pink because I have a pink jacket and I want all of my patches to kind of have pink in it. And I also have a black jacket, so I have this one too. So during So Good, we'll make this patch available during so good. So once you don't have access to the file, you just don't have access to the file. Because I literally take the files off and delete them, but the link is still active. I need to just delete the link, and I don't get those emails. So this is what we're going to be making. But you can make, I already plan on doing so good. I'm already going to be putting more patches. Like I have this patch that I'm going to put on here. Like I have more patches that I'm going to actually put onto the jacket already. So that's my plan. I can't use this one because it has my favorite teal here. So I'm going to have to do this over. And then I'm also, y'all, so you know you can just make a little daisy patch on its own. Just take it away from the design. So if you have an embroidery software, just like, delete everything else, like the L, the D, the E, the outside, and just get the flower, and then you can have like if you want that on the that's what I plan on doing.
Hey, why did you say you can't use that? What was wrong with it? I have a loud laser in my ear.
Oh, because of the teal. I can put this on the black jacket, but because of the teal, I don't want to put it on there. See, like, so maybe if I would have had the text in a different color, like navy pink, I could, or white. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with like different shades of pink, a little bit of white, a little bit of black, like like those colors. Oh, Mark, you sell them in your barbershop. That's the perfect place to sell them. Talk about having everything all in one. That's perfect. That is perfect. What's supposed to go?
I like that. Miss Jazzy says she wants to do it. She hopes it's not the same time as her massage.
What time is your massage on? It's on Sunday. I think that's what I might go do while I'm playing cookie. With the laser lady. What are you doing laser live?
I have to make up time with some patches because I have to do that cow patch and I need to do your love patch. Now I'm going to need to do the patch that you guys are doing. Patrice, can you drop the link to those jackets? I don't think she hears me, Delonda. But I'll get her in a minute.
I literally think that it cut through and I'm just being a little weird.
Hey, Delonda wants to know if you'll drop the link to those jackets.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mylene, I think they decided on Sunday at 2:30 Central. Is that what you guys decided?
Yep.
Mark, so Jesse Gibson is on here. Was Donzel on here? I don't know if I saw Donzel.
Yeah, Greg. Well, is Mark Fellas? We have Greg. Greg's always here.
Oh yeah, Greg.
Jesse's always here.
He's cool with it anyway, but yeah, Jesse's probably here. Donzel's here.
Sometimes we get a visit from A-Dub, depending on the day and the time. It depends. The fellas like to come over too, Mark. Don't worry. Brian, David, Reddit.
So Mylene's going to take lunch break during So Good. Oh my gosh, this is so slow. I really want to take this design into Silhouette and make it a compound path and act like I'm going to do it again and see if it would have sped it up.
I think it would. Do you think, grouping it doesn't, can you merge inside of the software? Maybe merging it would have like reduced the time. I think that happened to me the other day. And when I actually took it out and then I came back, I'm like, oh, there's a merge here. So, yeah.
Okay, Shay Shay said she saw Kevin earlier. I missed Kevin.
Oh, Kevin! No.
All right, Gail got her embroidery machine out of the box.
Awesome.
Hey, Kristen, welcome. You probably came in at a good time because we've just been sitting here watching lasers, and they're getting closer to having something for us to look at.
Over here. Sorry, guys, I got to pull it up over here.
I just noticed that you're still being.
Oh, Marilyn. How could you forget? Oh, it was on. I'm so excited, Marilyn, about tomorrow. Sorry, I don't think so. One that I'm gonna put in has like a 4.5 rating, and if you guys want to see it, I'll go get it and put it on so that you guys can see.
Yes, 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 yes. So I'm really gonna come up with a different room configuration, and I think you use old cell phones, right, for a lot of your webcams.
Cell phones, iPads. Yeah.
Because if this wasn't right here, it wouldn't be sold out. But I might also need a really long cord. I think I actually have a USB extender cord that's like 10 feet so that I can extend my computer 10 more feet away from what I'm doing. Because I used to do that with the Cricut during, I don't know if it was lives or videos, I would have the Cricut way far away from me. And it wasn't wireless because I like to have that wired connection. Okay, so here's probably the link for the jackets. And then Delana put the link for So Good in here.
Marilyn, I'm gonna run and go get the jacket so I can show everybody. I'm really fun because you should never leave your laser alone. You're gonna step out and step back. You should never. When it's running, you should never, ever leave it alone. Especially not a diode.
Right.
P2. But the P2 has like a lot of safety features to kind of like shut it down. I don't know if these have those same features.
I can't remember. I actually think
it'll stop.
I think it has a
stop. You know what? It will stop because I had a little slight forest fire and it stopped. You know, I always try to do stuff I have no business doing.
When you come back, because I heard you say this the other day, and I don't know where I was because I'm on 95, 99% of your lives. I heard you say something about a fire, and I really feel like maybe you and Eve, was it during a live? Did you both have a little flare up?
It was during a live. I think it happened on 2 separate occasions. Mine was, I think I was alone. It was with the M1, and I was cutting orange acrylic. And that was a no-go. That was not good. All right, y'all, I'm just gonna go ahead and open this and see if it cut. I'm not sure. Let's hope. It doesn't really look like it to me, but it's possible. So I guess it cut, but I kind of want to do it again to see if it cut once like the first time. And I just was being paranoid. That's kind of what I want to do. So it did cut it. I'm gonna do a quick test just so I can see if one, I need to see if it's gonna fit through the slot. That's for one. And then for two, I just want to see if the original settings are fine. Which it does look a little charred, but I gotta cut 2 more parts. But it did cut fine. So I might have wasted a good 15, 20 minutes. So the cut was really good. Hey, Rondrea. So it cut pretty good. But look, it's really charred. So I'm really thinking that I didn't need that extra cut. But we're going to check it out and see. I'm going to do a test cut really quick. But everything else kind of that cut really good.
I think I'm on the second to the last row. I'm either on the last row or the second to the last row, but I think it's the second to the last row.
The engrave was horrible. I'm gonna have to engrave that again. It was horrible. Let me see. Let's see. I don't know if this is gonna fit in the slots, but we're gonna check and see. I hope it gave me instructions on putting this together because I don't know how to put things together. So generally, let's see if this is gonna be too thick, and it looks. Oh, maybe I'm on the wrong side. I think. Or maybe this goes here. I'm gonna have to see where this goes. But I think my wood looks like it may fit through there. Let's see. Even though this does not look like it's gonna. Okay, so the slots fit. So I think maybe the two pieces that I have, maybe that's what's gonna go in there, like here. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. But this looks like it looks like it's fine. It looks like it'll fit through. But I do want to test it before I put those other two pieces out, just to make sure. Like, do I need to do 2 cuts or 1? Like I was doing the most, probably. Too much.
Angel B says hi.
Hey, Angel Bill. Happy Thursday. All right.
Angel B, have you tried that embroidery machine yet? Okay, we're getting so close. And I almost we're getting really close to being done with this layer. I really kind of want to move my cart over there for the second cut so that I don't have it glaring in my ear.
I'm gonna do. All right, so now I'm just gonna do like a little test cut, but I also need to do. How is folded? I was gonna go get the jacket. I'm gonna go get it in a minute, guys. Angel Boo, have you started working with your machine? With your embroidery machine? I think maybe it's supposed to be a line engraved, not a field engraved. Since that didn't look all that great. It should look fine. But we'll see. All right, we're gonna do another little part. I'm gonna do.
Okay, it's finally done. It's gone back to its home position. It'll turn off in a minute, and then I'll turn the filter off, and we'll have some peace and quiet for a little bit.
It's only bothering you, Marilyn. It doesn't bother us.
I put my pom-pom earrings on. I put my pom-pom earrings on.
But if you made yourself, hey, no, good night. If you made yourself a little bit larger, we could see you. Let's see if I make
there they are. They're not the same length. One's longer than the other one, but who cares? Oh, that feels so much better not to be standing right by the noise of this laser. Okay. So Angel B says no, it is still in the box. She's been busy. She was supposed to do it on Tuesday, but she found out the kids don't have school that day. Her kids get a lot of days off. All right, let's take a look at this. So I'm just lifting it out, and they all fell right out. So look at how beautiful. Look at how clean that cut is. And then there's the back. It's a super, super clean cut. So I need to get all those parts and pieces out. And then we have to cut that other piece for the other parts. And if it says it's going to take very long, I'm going to move the laser. But let me see. So let me go ahead and share the screen again, and I'll talk through this. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring back up the software. Here's what it looks like. So at this point, I could say reprocess if it didn't cut all the way through. In my case, it did. I'm going to, and you can't move it before you do that, of course, but I'm going to say complete. So for now, I can get rid of all those. Okay, let's drag these over. Now there is a merge in there. Let me see if I can figure out why it's grayed out. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is ungroup those. And let's see if I can get all those. So Patrice, I don't understand why merge is grayed out. It is not letting me merge everything together. Even if I hit group first, it's not letting me merge them. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find Silhouette Studio. I'm going to bring the design into Silhouette Studio. No, we're going to do that later. I'm going to make those cuts into a compound path. So let's see. Let's bring in the file. Ooh, hope I bring in the right one. I got to remember what this was. Okay, tea light holder. And then we did the short one. And I think we did we just do the straight 3mm one, guys? I think we did. Let me move this chat down so I can see if you answer. Sorry that it's bumping around. So somebody that's been here since way before this 50-some minute cut. Oh my goodness. Somebody that was here, did we do just the straight 3mm one? This one here, or did we do 1/8 of an inch? I think we did just this one. So Diane, you think we did just the 3mm? And then we have to do the SVG. So let's go ahead and open that. And I just want to get rid of all of this stuff. And then what I'm going to do, okay, here's what's weird is in this software, it doesn't look like they're all individual pieces. That is so weird. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's go to Object to Group, Object, Make Compound Path. I'm going to save it like that. We're going to save as, save it to my hard drive. We're going to save it to the desktop. We're going to save it as an SVG. And I'm just going to put the word candle. Good enough. So saving it. Now let's go back to this software and let's go File, Import. And on my desktop, I'm going to bring in Candle. And I want to see if it stayed the right size. Okay, looks like the right size to me. Let's go ahead and delete those. We'll move this into place. Let's get our other wood in there. So this wood is a darker, you can't hardly see me. It's a darker wood. Remember, we're going to do two-tone because I didn't have enough of the right size of wood. We will hit refresh. Oh, wait. Isn't my laser's on. I have this fear that I had no sound and I've been talking to myself the whole time. Okay. We're going to go ahead and turn this and we're going to pop it down here so we waste as little material as possible. I am going to say I want this to cut. I'm going to go back to the material settings. This is a walnut and it is a walnut plywood. We're going to say 3 millimeters thick, even though it might be a little more than that. So remember last time it was power of 100 and a speed of, was it 3? Let's see, what's this? Same speed. We have it cutting. We're going to auto measure. Remember the camera is under the base of the lid and you auto measure so that the laser can see where it needs to be directing that laser to. Hey, Miss Joyce. Mylene's asking if the jacket is light.
Very light.
It's very light. Good.
Yeah,
okay.
It's very light.
So if you have something red behind this and these lines are hard to see, you could always change them a different color. The color doesn't matter. It's just for your benefit. Okay. So let's go back to cut. 100%, speed of 3. We did the auto measure. We're good to go. We're going to say start. Then I want to frame it and I'm going to look and see if it looks like it's going to be in the right place, that it's not going to be on top of one of those old earring holes. Okay, that's okay because it's not going to cut there. So the laser light went all the way over here and I was worried because there's a hole there, but it's not going to cut there. It's just that the framing goes in a rectangle. So this says 10 minutes compared to 53 of before. Now, granted, this is a little less than half of what I cut before. And actually that other one had a whole bunch of lines in it. So at some point I am going to see if I put those shapes together as a compound path, would it have saved time? Okay, so I'm going to say send. And then I have to close the lid and push that button. And then I'm going to run around, put the filter on, and then I'll bring Patrice big and she can talk. All right, Patrice, what you checking out there?
I'm just making a quick lid topper. That's it. Nothing fancy. That's all I'm doing. I promise.
Hey, Ebony. Okay, Rondria, thank you, Rondria. I just all of a sudden got paranoid that it was off, but anyway, this is pretty much trash. I could maybe do some little things down here. I'll just set it over in my scrap pile. Okay, Patrice, what'd you say you're doing? A cake topper or something?
Yeah, lid topper. What's the lid topper? That's all I got going on today.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
I'm just doing a lid topper for a Stanley cup.
Oh, fun.
That's all I got going on. Nothing fancy.
Now, you were talking earlier about the F1. Did you get it going, or is it not coming on?
It's not coming out. I didn't even try it. Like, I didn't even worry about it anymore.
Okay, I'm going to go over. So I have a different computer that I run the fiber laser with. So I'm just going to go over and kind of turn on the software for a minute. It's just right over here. You good for like 3 minutes? Okay. Now I'll be back.
Take your time. So guys, what are you guys working on? I'm just here with Marilyn today. My F1 isn't working. I don't know what happened to it. Didn't really try to figure it out either. But that's all I got going on. And I'm gonna put together this thing. I'm just making a topper. That's it. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy at all. And on and on, I'm just setting up the design so that it can be ready for when I get ready to actually put it into the software. But I think we're good. I think we're good now. Ooh. Making a smaller version of the coin purse last night. Cute, Kristen. You gotta show us. We want to see it. Hey, Tanya. Hey, everybody. Hey, Karen. Miss Joyce. Miss Sharon Davenport. Let's see. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to group this together. I gotta save it and everything. And when you have lasers, like if you're looking to get a laser, just so that with the lasers, you there's a lot of different smells that come along with lasers. So it's really good to have some type of ventilation system. Even if you're gonna vent out, have an air filter. I know a lot of people prefer to just vent it out the window. That's the easiest thing to do. So definitely look into that. But let me grab. I'm just gonna do a quick acrylic laser. I'm gonna make 2 of them. All right. Oh, so this is the jacket that well, one of the jackets. I also have one that's like a crop top. That one I didn't see if it came today or not, but this is one of the ones, the link that I put inside of the chat. This is that jacket. It's pretty lightweight. Just know that this is not your standard varsity jacket. It's a varsity jacket from Amazon. Okay, so this is not a leather sleeve. These are just probably like cotton or polyester mixture, but it's very light, not too bad. This is what the inside looks like of the jacket. Not bad. I actually, I like them. I usually make a lot of these for my students, especially when they're about to take their senior pictures. They always want a jacket or something, mostly a jacket. And so that's what I usually do for them. So I do make them a lot. They do last. Yeah, that's it. I think so. It might be it may run slightly a little bit bigger. It's not too small. This is actually a small. This was a small jacket. So just know that like this was a small. So I think it runs a little bit larger than what it actually says. And that's the one that was in the link. So I had other jackets that I put the other night. I can drop those. But I did have other jackets that I listed the other night. And those I think had like extra large, maybe 1X. If I'm not mistaken. Topper. I'm gonna make me another new topper. And that would say that. That was a little weird. Why would you do that?
Hey, Patrice, does the jacket run? Do you think it's true to size?
Yeah, I told you already.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Marilyn, you're behind the chat.
I am behind in the chat. I'm not that far behind though.
Hey, Mary Brown, you're behind the chat.
Hey, Karen S.
All right. This one's done. Marilyn, are you getting ready to work with the P2?
Almost. This is almost done cutting. Then I have to put it together. Delonda, do you have yours yet? Mine's getting close to being done.
Okay. I'm open. I meant to paint this, but I wanted to get that design together really quick because I have to do it anyway. So
Hey, Denise, welcome. Welcome in. All right, Delonda, so yours will be in tomorrow. Awesome. And so, like, warmer places, Texas, Florida, I would say you can probably get away with a little bit smaller. Whereas if you're like where Barb is, maybe Barb layers, and maybe she'd want a bigger one, so you might consider that too. Okay, I have all of one done. I have this inside circle of the other one done. And I'm more than 75% done with the last zigzaggy cut. So it should be pretty quick. Miss Joyce, I haven't seen you as much lately. Hope you're doing okay. Okay, it's done. It just has to go back to its place. It's going to keep venting for maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds. Ooh, got a new rocket jacket too. Rocket's jacket. Okay, silence again. And this one, so this part fell right out, and the circle fell right out of this one. This one, it's cut. It's just, it's wedged in there. Oh, there's one tiny, tiny little part right there that is slightly not cut. And that can be from a knot in the wood. It can be from anything. There we go. It came out real easily. Okay, so now I got to figure out how to put this thing together. Maybe I'll turn on my overhead camera for this part, Could be a mess, but let's figure it out. Let me get my webcam hooked up. And I don't think we're going to make it to the fiber laser tonight, but that's okay.
Tanya, don't worry. It'll be, I'm going to send it to Delonda. Maybe she can put it underneath the video. If not, I'm not selling that. It may not be available all, wherever. But I'm not selling it this week. It's just for us to make it together. That's it.
Oh, you talking about the patch?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it had a 20-second video or so where it just kind of showed you the way the pieces go together. It was just, it wasn't a person doing the video or anything. It was just a real quick thing. So this was the extra piece that we don't need. So you can use that for something else. You can make some earrings out of it. I have a little stash of extra stuff that I just don't get rid of. Now let's see, is my Patrice candle going to fit in here? What did I do with my Patrice candle? Oh, it's right here. Hey, that's going to fit. Okay. So it's going to go from shortest piece to longest piece. So, and my hands are going to get really dirty. When you do things, the sides are dirty. And I don't want to take the time to clean all this up. So it's going to get dirty. It's just the way it's going to be. It's for demonstration purposes only. So I'm going to line these up. I should have done a better job when I was taking them out of the laser and get them lined up from shortest to tallest. They are filthy. Okay. That one's way taller. So I probably have some shorter ones over here that go next. That one's shorter. Oh, these are dirty, dirty. That one's shorter. That one's shorter. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started because I don't think I have any really short ones. All right. So I haven't done this before, but what I saw, and let's pray that these are the right size. Oh, good. It's going to work. Okay. So you have your notches in the top ring. You have your notches in the bottom ring. And so I'm going to put the little divots into a notch. Down there. And then a notch right there. And shortly this will be easier to do because it's going to stand up. So I have to just work my way around this thing and put this together. I would probably take the time to glue this, but we're not taking the time to glue this right now because it took over an hour to cut. And if it falls apart as I'm getting through this, you might see tears. It might be Patrice crying because she's ready to get off of here.
Oh, we're fine. That's good, Marilyn.
This is going to be cute, though. This is going to make an appearance. Oh, my hands are so dirty. This is going to make an appearance during the Craft-A-Bling box this weekend. Let's see.
look so short today. I know oh, no, it's fine. I know it looked a little short for me, but it's going to be fine. All right. Oh, refresh.
How's your Valentine thing going together?
Oh, I haven't even started trying to put that thing together yet. I need to, though, Marilyn. I'm going to start.
I was going to say, I mean, I could start my acrylic cutting, but it's going to take all of, 2 minutes.
I know. Sorry.
Okay, what are you getting stuck on? Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, I really feel like I should be gluing this. But I'm not gonna. Not yet. I just see it all come tumbling down. Which laser are you using right now?
Me too.
So do you know what you're going to work on tomorrow night?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, and do you know when your laser video is going to come out on
Probably tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
Cool.
Especially since I'll be home.
Oh, yeah. Right. So Mark is asking, what do you like better, the We Create or the X tool? So I have had a Glowforge CO2, which I love. A few years after that came out, or a few years after I got that, tumblers became real popular. And the Glowforge will not accommodate tumblers. It's not tall enough. I love the Glowforge CO2, but I don't like that it won't do tumblers. I love the P2. It is my favorite of all lasers. So the X Tool P2, but it's pricey. I've had an Afero 1 and a Afero 2 diode laser. Those were open frame. I didn't care for them so much being open frame. Let's see, I've had the X Tool F1, which I like, but it's very limiting because it's smaller. I have the We Create Vision, and you didn't really see a lot of videos on it because I just never really loved it. But the Vista, I love. So, oh, I also had an X Tool M1 that was only 5 watts, and so you didn't see videos on it either, because I think a 5-watt diode laser is kind of ridiculous to have on the market. And then I have an X Tool M1 Ultra, which has the printer. It'll cut and engrave. It has a blade, so you can do vinyl. I also think it's kind of silly for a laser. I'm just saying it how it is. For a laser to also have a blade and have the messiness of lasers, look at this, that you're then also sticking vinyl down to a mat in that same atmosphere. While I think the X Tool M1 Ultra is a good laser, I think all the extra things that they put into it made it very expensive. And so, you see YouTubers that are like, get rid of your Cricut, get rid of your printer, you got all this in one. No. And they say it'll do everything your, printer will do, everything your Cricut will do, or anything your cutting machine will do. No, your cutting machines can do really long. The laser can only do a limited amount. Your cutters can have a wider variety of soft materials it's cutting. So that's just my true feelings on the X-Tool M1 Ultra, is they added so many things that it made the price go up so much, and it wasn't worth the amount that it cost. So my long answer to your short little question was my two favorite lasers are the P2 and the Vista. The fiber laser is just totally different laser. I love it, but you know, it's very limited on what it will do. So, Patrice, what's your favorite laser? Oops, we lost her. I know her answer, but we'll see when she comes back what she says. Let's see. You love Atlanta Vinyl. For the acrylic projects. I'm sorry, for the acrylic projects, hands down, a CO2 laser. Because it's super fast. It is designed to cut laser. And it'll cut clear. I'm sorry, it's designed to cut acrylic. It will cut clear acrylic. It will cut solid opaque acrylic. It will cut transparent, translucent. So a CO2 laser for sure. And I've only had two CO2 lasers, and that was the Glowforge and the P2. And the P2 will do tumblers, and the Glowforge won't. Okay, I think I got all these lined up, so we're going to keep putting them in. Let's see. Hey, Faker McFake. Welcome. Y'all, I'm not sure about doing live laser projects with a diode laser, though.
Huh?
I said I'm not sure about doing lives with a diode laser. It just takes a long time to do what you want to do.
It's fine, Marilyn. It's fine.
But I truly, truly do love the Vista. It's just you have to be aware of the limitations of a diode laser to know whether that's what fits you or not. But they are budget friendly, and it's so easy to operate. So, Patrice, what's your favorite laser?
Bell.
Bell.
Bell is my favorite. So I have a Glowforge Pro. It's a little easier for me to maneuver Bell when I move Bell around and move her. Like I could do like the pass through a lot easier. So I love Bell. But she's
Now, is Bell your Glowforge or is Bell your P2?
Bell is my Glowforge. So that's
okay.
the Glowforge Pro. So it's pretty good. I love Bell. But I also love the P2. CO2 lasers are my favorites. Because with the diode lasers, there are some limitations. And I kind of started out with diode lasers when they really only had the open frame diode lasers. So I think that kind of like turned me off a little bit from the diode lasers because they were open frame and then you had to work. That was really, really dangerous, honestly. Like thinking about it, just thinking of the open, like you have to be in a well-ventilated area and you have to always remember to wear your glasses so that you're not looking directly at the laser lights because that's dangerous. So that's one thing with those open frame diode lasers. So I wasn't really like loving the diode lasers. And plus because I started out with the CO2 and then with the diode lasers, like the X tools and the We Create, I personally think they're all pretty much basically the same. We Create did do a little bit different when they came out with the Vision that does the auto lift. And, you know, you don't have to necessarily manually do anything because some of the lasers, you literally have to lift the laser up and put them on stilts or put them on risers. They call them risers in order to be able to engrave certain things or cut certain things. So if I'm going to choose between, first off, I'm going to choose between the two companies, We Create or X-Tool. I kind of like X-Tool a lot because I've worked with X tool so long. But I agree with Marilyn. The M1 is not where it's at. Especially the M1 Ultra. It's just too many things going on with the one machine. So even with the We Create Vista, I like the Vista. I like the color of it. It's fine, but I'm not gonna go to when I have real work to do. I'm not gonna pull out one of the diodes. I'm gonna go to the CO2. Like I'm just not gonna pull out one of the diodes. It like it's just not the diode lasers are a little bit slower for cutting. It's not even a little bit. It's a lot slower for cutting. If I would have put this same file inside of the P2, which I should have did both so you can see the difference. The CO2, which is the gray one, that one would have cut it like we would have already been done with the live.
Mm-hmm.
Been done with it a long time ago. So the diode lasers are good, especially if you're just getting started. But if it's kind of like how we say with like embroidery or anything, like if you know that you're going to want to do a little bit more than the 4x4 hoop isn't for you. That's kind of the same thing with the lasers. Like, you want to do more than the diode lasers may not be for you. But if you're, you can cut wood. I can cut thick pieces of wood with it. I can cut some acrylic. I can't cut clear acrylic. And cutting clear acrylic is a thing. Like, it is actually a thing. So, I don't know. Like, I'm going to go with my CO2 lasers every single time. Every single time. So that's my answer. But so what do you think about out of We Create an X tool? Who would you go with?
I don't really see it. You said it earlier. I don't really see a lot of difference.
It's not.
They both have excellent software. I know when X tool jumped into the market, and I know at first their software was harder. Both X tool and We Create have extremely, in my opinion, easy software. And I appreciate that.
But Marilyn, it's like We Create kind of just like did a copy and paste of the software.
Yes, it is very, very similar. That is correct.
What was around first? I don't like stuff like that either. Like, you got to give me something new, unless it could possibly be that they're owned by the same company.
Yeah, I don't know.
Possibility.
Okay, this would fall apart if I do much with it. So I tied some twine around it. I need to glue it, but look at it.
It looks wonderful.
And it's going to hold my Patrice candles that I'm going to burn during our Craftabling Zoom each month. So I think it's super, super cute.
It is.
There you go. I like it.
It's gorgeous, Marilyn.
But it does need to be glued. Okay. But I'm really, really happy to have that over because that was a very long project for a little candle holder. Thanks, Olita. Okay. All right. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, everybody. I might have to make this now. Yeah, you might. It is cute. Okay, so now I'm going to, this one will be way faster. So let me see. I think I'm just going to make the earring file that we made last night, and I think I'll make it out of this bright pink acrylic. And so in my last video, I think I left the masking paper on it. I feel like this is sold for lasers. It's a paper masking. It should be laser safe. I honestly don't, I can't say that for sure. So this time, I'm going to go ahead and peel it back some. It does keep it from getting scratched while you are storing your acrylic. So I would not take it off when you get your acrylic. And this is a bright solid pink. And so it's going to have some hearts cut out of it. If I were doing a solid teardrop earring, I probably wouldn't use this bright pink because it'd just be so in your face. But I think it's going to work well for the earrings that we did last night.
going to be great, Mirror Bear.
Going to be great. Oh, Shay, you didn't return yours yet? So I had bought some acrylic that was an opaque. It's a okay. Was it this? If I'm in this exact acrylic, Shay, was it this exact acrylic? Anyway, I thought because it was opaque that it was going to cut well in the diode, and it didn't. It didn't cut that well. And you know, sometimes you'll have materials that will cut in there, but sometimes you have acrylics that'll cut in there, and they cut beautifully in a diode. Other times you'll have acrylics that will cut, but they look a little melty.
Mm-hmm.
But in this diode, you won't have that at all. So I'm going to go ahead and put this inside.
And the CO2, you won't have that.
Right, in the CO2, you won't have that.
You won't have that. CO2.
And then, let's see, we're going to back up so that the cord will reach my computer. Whee! And then let me move the camera. Otherwise, the sound is going to start being really bad. You're just not going to be able to see very well. So I'm just going to pull that forward. Okay, let's see. Miss Patrice, the E6000 didn't bother you. I can't take that smell. Oh, are you using E6000 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark was saying that he can't take the smell. Now E7000, I've heard it doesn't have the same smell. Or B, I'm sorry, B, is it B7000?
7,000, yeah, that's what I'm
okay. Yeah, but that one doesn't have such a smell. Hey, Exo Tequila, welcome. So Rosalind, she's asking, will the acrylics cut with the 2-watt IR? I just remember in my F1, the IR was mainly used for engraving on the black acrylic, but much less so for cutting it. But have you cut acrylic with the infrared?
No, I've only did the metals with the infrared and the HCD.
Okay. Good night, Renee.
Good night, Renee.
Yeah, Rosalind, I can try that sometime.
Let's see.
And then post it on the Facebook group. Okay, so let me open the software, see if my machine is attached.
I didn't put my little thing together, my little Valentine's box. I need to do that.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen again. For a minute. Okay, so here is Xtools software. You can see right up here that my P2 is connected. This is the same software you use, whether you're using an F1 or a P2 or any of the Xtools. And your different machines that are connected, whether wirelessly or otherwise, are going to show right here. So it also has a camera in it, which I love. I do love lasers with cameras in them. I just do. Oh my gosh, Patrice. Okay, they've changed the software so much, so I'm not as good at it. But you click on this add a picture type thing, and let's see, is this what I did last night? Okay, that's a file Patrice did. And then there's another one. I think the one she did is cuter. Let's go ahead and say open. Oh, remember they came in huge.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and make those a lot smaller. Let's see. Can I pull off one layer? No. So I ungrouped them. Let's see if I can click on that. Is that the back layer? Nope, that's the front layer. I don't want this layer. I'm going to do a single layer design. So we're going to get rid of those. And then I like to rotate my teardrops because you can get them closer together. And then let's look at this. I want, so what size is this? Right now, that is 6.5 inches tall. That's quite large.
Okay. What about earrings?
No, that I was wrong. The height is over here. So right now the height is 2.7. Now they're not quite the exact same place, so they're not really quite 2.7. But I'm gonna go. We're just gonna go right there. It's gonna be. No, we're going a little larger. A little bit larger. Okay. We're going to drag this up. And then the X-Tool P2 has two cameras. It has one that you see the overall bed, and then it has another one where you can get a zoom in. So first of all, let's just refresh the background, see if anything happens. Nope. So now we're going to go back to the camera and we're going to say get a close shot. So we'll click that, and I'm going to say I want my close shot right here. So it's kind of moving around, and it's really bright. You can see the lights shining down onto the acrylic. So I'm just going to move this so I don't really waste. Okay. All right. Let me remember. Let me remember how to do this now. Okay. Let's go ahead and group those. And then I'm going to go up here to user defined material. And they have really changed this. I'm going to just look through here. I'm looking for some pink acrylic. I'm going to guess orange would be fine too. I don't think it really matters so much with this. Let's just say we're going with that. Okay, if there's flammable things in there, that can be bad. Now, notice I'm on engrave. We want to cut. So now those lines turn red, and they're hard to see. Down here, I can make it a different color. And now I can go right up here, and I'm going to auto measure. I'm going to say quick, or I'm going to say aimed measure. I click on it and I put it where I want it to measure it. So now it's doing its thing. It's done. We are set for orange opaque acrylic, glossy. I think that'll be fine. We are set to cut. It set it to a power of 100 and a speed of 20, which is pretty typical in this machine with all acrylics. Remember, we did the aim to measure, so the camera could see where it really needs to focus it. I think I'm ready. I'm going to say process, and then I'm going to say start, and I have to push the button before I do that. Now, I have a filter that I haven't had very long right down here. I'm going to turn it on. If you have the P2S, which is a more smart machine, this filter can be turned on and off automatically through the software. I have the original P2, so I have to just touch the button and it comes on. And I have a beetle crawling on my laser. Okay, so it is ready to go. So I'm going to press this button on top. It says it's going to take about a minute. Were you guys able to see my screen when I did that? Because now it's saying my computer can't work. You can see it? Okay.
I saw it. Down looking, I thought I looked up and I saw.
So Rosalind, yes, and this file has the holes in it already. So if I'm making designs for earrings, I usually use like 0.07, 0.08, or 0.06 for my hole size.
I'm done with my. I need to make another topper. I should have put something bigger on here too. I'm gonna show everybody.
Okay, so that's done. I'm just gonna look in there.
See my topper I made there, Bear? For my straw?
Oh, I gotta see that big.
I gotta make another P though. So I did.
What is that? That's pretty.
It's a it's a pinkish type of, I think they call it frosted passion fruit. It's kind of see-through, a little transparent, and then I did a purple P on top to make it 2 layers. Originally I was just going to make it 1 layer, and because I scored the acrylic with the P2 and the other diode lasers, it's easier to score acrylic and you can really see so that you can do placement. If you're looking into lasers, I would also, like, if you don't like to use like glue or anything like that, because the acrylic glue can smell and is very strong, you can use some 3M double-sided adhesive, and then I just put some rhinestones on top. That's what I was using the B7000 for. I used that to put rhinestones on the top of the P. So you can.
Oh, okay. I was like, I see something really shiny. So you did all those rhinestones tonight while we were doing this?
Yeah, just now.
Wow.
Very cute.
Cute.
Very, very cute.
Because I have all the weak creates for wooden tumblers. If I would want something to cut acrylic, because I have all the weak creates for wood and tumblers, what would you suggest? I would go with a P2. You could do the P2S. I don't see the need for the extra technology of the P2S, and it costs more. You could also do a Glowforge. Now, Glowforge, that's cute. Glowforge has a diode laser and it has a CO2 laser, so you need to make sure you would get the CO2 laser. I have a Glowforge and this.
Marilyn, don't get a Glowforge. Get the P2. It's cheaper than the Glowforge, and you can still do tumblers.
It will do tumblers. That's what I was going to say, is for that reason, my favorite is the P2. But I do have a Glowforge. I just haven't used it for a while because I love tumblers and, you know, all that stuff. So anyway, here's the earrings.
Wrong person.
And it's just cut super fast. It's a very, very clean cut. It's not going to look burny on the edges. It's a really super clean cut. Those are pretty big, but they're cute.
It's very cute, Mary.
Very cute. And I think that's all I have for this evening, because my fiber laser is over there. You can't see it. I've done a couple videos on it. I did use it on a live before when I did my thumbnail. I thought I was going to be standing over there like usual, but you wouldn't see a single thing. So things that you can do with a fiber laser, you can do, you don't do wood on it. You do not do wood on it. Mainly you're doing things like slate, but the beauty of the fiber laser is it not only marks metal, it deeply engraves it. So your engrave is very dark.
Do you want to explain like what marking? Because some people think that like certain materials you're doing, they're actually engraving on it, but you're really just marking. So do you want to? Because you said fiber actually does engrave the metal, but
yes. So, and like here's one on this metal, and it takes different settings. Like this metal, this I used 100 power and 100 speed, but I've gotten to where I use 100 power and up to 1500 speed, and it does an excellent job. But on this one, it depends on the hardness of your metal, because metals have different hardnesses. I used 2 settings. That top one I used the speed of 1000. The bottom one I used speed of 100, and that bottom one is super dark. The thing is with the fiber laser that it is so fast, there's no reason to skimp on the power and the speed. It's super duper fast. If you saw when I used it on the live, it's just incredibly fast. But you're really limited. A fiber laser is, if you're doing small jewelry, metal things, it's phenomenal, but it's not going to have the flexibility that other lasers have. So I like it, but I wouldn't say go out and get one, because you got to have a steady income stream from this type of thing, and a lot of it to justify that, because fiber lasers are not inexpensive. They're very expensive. So marking. Now, the actual F1 as well as the Vista, they both have 2 watt infrared laser heads that you can use. Those will engrave on metal. It's not going to be super black unless, I do have a video where I showed how slow I used the F1 to get a true dark mark. And it was still only, like for a little necklace thing, it was maybe 3 minutes, which seems like a super long time. 3 minutes isn't that long at all. You got a very dark marking. The settings that a lot of people use that they kind of want you to use, it's done in 45 seconds or less, but it's just not very dark. It is more like, oh, my fingers are dirty. It's more like that top one, which if you see from the side, you can barely see. So it is engraved, but it's not very far in there. Marking, on the other hand, is where maybe you're using a marking paper. What's that stuff called?
Marking paper.
Is it called marking paper? Okay. So there's a paper, and Patrice has used it before. I think you wet down and you put it on there kind of like tattoo paper or whatever that stuff. Yeah, water slide paper. And then you laser over that, and it puts the color of your paper onto your blank. So you might have a metal tumbler, and you might put, let's use pink. You might put pink or purple marking paper on it. You laser on top of it, and it transfers that color onto your tumbler. I haven't used the marking paper, but I've seen people scratch at them and it doesn't scratch off. So Patrice, do you feel like the marking paper worked really well?
The marking paper works fine. I mean, I like it. Or I'll use marking paper or Surmark. And Surmark is a spray that you can spray on top of it. You kind of let it dry a little bit, and then you can mark the tumbler, because I think sometimes people think that they're actually engraving onto tumblers, but the tumblers that we're doing, like these tumblers right here, where we did this, where we say that we're engraving on it, we're not actually engraving the tumbler. We're just removing the coating. So these have a coating on it. So if you were to get like a true stainless steel tumbler without coating on it, you may not be able to engrave on it, because those have like coatings, like so that you can actually, get like that engraved look on it.
I was looking for my Surmark spray. I haven't used it for a long time, and it's a tiny little bottle, and it's expensive. It'll go a long way. But you spray it on, it's almost like a powdery coating. You don't want to touch it, because if you touch it, you're going to remove the powder with your fingers. But it's like a powdery coating, and you engrave that, and that marks that, basically melts it onto your metal blank. And like Patrice was talking about, we engrave tumblers all the time, but we're really just engraving away the paint.
Yeah. And it actually allows you to, like you can do glass with it too. I'm gonna have to.
Looking for a couple of tumblers. Let's see. So, and if you don't have a laser, but you want to engrave on a tumbler, you can faux engrave by using citrus strip. So this was truly engraved on it, and it looks great. This, it's going to be very, very crisp, very clean. This is faux engraving, and on these holographic ones, that citrus strip really shows these off. The citrus strip, in my opinion, on the holographic ones, the citrus strip does an amazing job. Now, the downside of it, but it's a tiny little downside, is if you don't do it perfect, you might have a little bit, you might have just a little bit of bleed. So see that top flower? There's tiny little bits of bleed. But let me see if I find another one. This little flower, I didn't have it. There, you see that extra? It bled under my stencil.
You can't
but these turn out great. So if you're like, man, I'd really like to engrave on tumblers, get some of that citrus strip at Lowe's or Home Depot, maybe Walmart. Do a stencil and try this, because it really is beautiful. I think on the holographic ones, it does a wonderful job. I don't recall doing it on just a regular tumbler. It would do that too. But to me, the regular tumblers are so easy to do on the laser. They're less finicky than the holographic ones. But Shay and Stacy gave us some settings to try.
Yep.
All righty.
Good to go. I'm gonna put up a picture so y'all can see the final. Oh, another thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna paint this with acrylic markers. So I'm just putting it together now. So you see how like this fits, like those slots fit in there. So you can glue it if you want, but honestly, like I don't have to put any glue in here. Like this is a very snug fit because this material is actually a little bit thicker than 3mm. So it's I gotta like kind of force it in actually.
Yeah, mine, you know, maybe my thickness of my material wasn't exactly what the pattern was made for, because it's pretty loose. I definitely am going to have to glue mine. Gail, you have a jug of that. Have you tried it yet? It really works great. I did a video on this one for the time that I used and all that. Some people say leave it on there 15 minutes, put foil over it, do this, do that. Some people say leave it on there for an hour. Honestly, I don't remember how long I left it on here, but it's in the video. So I, you know, showed every step along the way on the video. It did take a decent amount of work to clean it up.
Putting this in.
Good night, Rosalind.
Night.
Is your, I don't know if she's still here, but I'm wondering if she has a notice on if her multi-needle's showing up tomorrow.
I need my hammer to pound this in.
Be pounding like me with my snaps last night.
Yes.
Mylene, you've used it. Awesome.
I don't want to break it.
Oh, yes, Gail. So that citrus strip, it does have, you know, a smell to it, and it's emitting some things. So you definitely want to be really careful.
I'm gonna have to get my hammer to so that it fits good. This part is gonna go right here on top like that. Now I think I may want to do another engrave on here though, because that didn't really engrave. I'm gonna take it apart. Hold on. Really,
What's the back of it look? How's the back of that piece look? Like, could you flip it over and will it still work and engrave the other side?
Yeah, I think I could just do the same. I think I could actually just do the same side. I don't even think I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna see if I can do the same.
Oh yeah.
I can probably put that in.
Do you want to engrave it in the P2 to show how fast that goes?
I can do it in the P2. Close. Let's see how it looks like something's happened, but I don't see much being done on here. Oh,
look. Miss Joyce, Rosalind Lewis. That's who's getting it.
Shoot. Never mind. It did it. I should have engraved the name on it too. It totally looked, that messed me up right there. Because it didn't even, like the paper is still intact. Look.
Oh, how weird.
That is very weird. But look.
That looks very good.
Isn't that cool? I was not expecting that.
Yes. Lisa, I'll add it here in just a second. Let me get back into the live on my computer.
Add your stuff, Mary Bear. We're getting off of here. You have to go to work. I'm taking the day off tomorrow. So
lucky you.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm taking Monday off.
You should. You don't need to go to that training.
Mm-hmm. I really don't.
Nope. I don't know. You don't, Mary Bear. You don't. So some of this is coming off and some of it is not. Aw. She is the best princess, she is. I just wanted to show you guys, like, I'm gonna paint this. I don't even know. I need to look at the file and see how it's gonna go. I'm not sure. Go here and look at it.
Oh, you're welcome. Cheryl, did you like the citrus strip on the tumblers? That's right, Gail. So the thing you made on the Patch Hack crew tonight with the straight out of money #retirement or whatever it said, that's what I need. Although something. I need something to celebrate. I need to make a shirt or something. So I put the link to the snap set in the comments that Lisa asked for. If you didn't see the live last night, we made little gift card holders. And that was cut on the Romeo. And it was cut as just one solid piece. And then you fold it together and you add the snap. So I have the glitter one. And then I have the red faux leather one.
And then your earrings that you made that with the Romeo. You cut it out with the Romeo. And then tonight you did it with the...
Yes. Yep. There's what I cut out with the Romeo with some faux leather. And I made them bigger. And there they are with the acrylic.
Very cute. They're very cute.
And the pink acrylic is cute, but I think glitter acrylic, I think a clear acrylic with stuff in it, I think would be cuter on these. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid color, pretty opaque. I think it'd be cuter with some different acrylic, but they're cute.
I think they're cute. You did a great job, Marilyn. You did a great job tonight.
Oh, thank you. Listening to that go for 56, 53 minutes about took me out.
Why, Marilyn?
Because it's hard to hear you when you're talking. And I don't know. I don't want to do a 53-minute laser project on live again. Need to be shorter projects.
Oh, you know what could happen next time?
What?
Well, next time, like, let's say we have like a 53-minute project to cut with the laser. Oh, you can move that other laser screen. It's just the bed.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just say you have another 53-minute project to do. We can
embroider.
We can embroider. We can pull out our sergers while it's going. Imagine. I think that's a great idea.
That's a great idea. What I will do, though, is I'll have the laser across the room instead of right here.
Yeah.
But that's a great idea. We can start up the laser, we can start up the embroidery machine, and then we can use the serger.
Yep.
And we can throw in just doing a few pom-poms and cutting a few more of these. We'll have them all going.
You know what? Girl, you have all the ideas today. You have all the ideas today. I love this.
So some people have been talking about a laser zoom. Jess has been. I think if we did that, I think everybody should just do what project they want, but maybe we have a few projects that we can show how we do it. If there's anyone in the chat that would like a certain type of laser project, put it in the chat. Give us some ideas. Yeah, it's going to be a party if we do all that stuff. Won't it be fake or McFake? Lasering, embroidering, serging.
Everything. Pom-pomming.
All the things. Pom-pomming. Do a little citrus strip. Let it go.
Punch needling.
Punch needling. We need to do some punch needling.
A little sublimation never hurt nobody.
Yeah.
So we can do that.
Gail says it sounds like a plan for a craft-a-thon weekend. That does. Thanks, Alice B.
We have crafts for days.
Oh, Mylene, thank you. If it, like, some people have posted enough that we've let through that it just posts automatically. Yours might have to have permission. I don't know. Let me go see. Let me see. Tim has to go to the next town over tomorrow. I'm going to have him go into, oh, that's cute too. I'm going to have him go into the Dollar Tree store and pick up some minky fabric. Oh, that looks very good. I love it. So, okay. Now it's all coming together. So, retired crafter, thank you. Thank you.
Retired crafter, that's so awesome.
I appreciate it. A crafting home run, 3 hits. I will bling since I don't have a laser. Okay, so what was I? Okay, so Mylene says she just posted a Tumblr picture in the Facebook group. So Mylene, is your Facebook name Francis? Okay. That makes so much sense. Okay, it's really cute. The name Cleve on it, and then on the other side it says the Lord is my shepherd. And it's a blue water bottle. That looks really pretty. It looks like it did a really, really nice job. I don't see bleeding and that kind of thing on that. But little minor bleeds, honestly, I don't think that's a big deal at all. And that's so not like me because, you know, I'm a little OCD about that stuff. Oh, and Kristen did a little purse. I'm going to have to check these out after the live.
You posted? I want to see it. From last night?
Yep, it looks like looks like that. Oops. I don't know if you can see that very well, but
Is that leopard print or cow print?
it's it looks like leopard print.
Looks lovely.
Very cute. And you know, if you wanted to, you could do those with fabric, like put a stabilizer, not a stabilizer, what's it called when you attach
What?
Fusible. What's it called when you attach it to sewing? It's not stabilizer, but it's basically stabilizer. But I guess if you did fabric, you could do what?
Fusible poly? No. What is? I don't know what it's called.
I can't think of what it's called. Interfacing.
Oh, interfacing.
Yeah, if you wanted to do it out of fabric. Oh my, so many cute things on here.
I can't get this part in. The other side I got in, but I probably didn't put it together correctly. I bet you I didn't.
No, that wouldn't happen.
Interfacing. I'm trying to get it in. Marilyn, we don't have to stay on for longer. We can go. I can put this on later.
Look, her using her brute force.
I have no force. I'm a weakling. Literally a weakling, Marilyn. A weakling. Did you know that about your friend?
Stop it.
Did you know that? Literally no strength.
Nope.
Okay. You gotta have a lot of strength to push these in, especially because this isn't a true 3 millimeter. It's a little bit thicker, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, is that my phone?
It might be mine, or she might have texted both of us. Okay, hold on. What? Patrice? When did you put that super chat in there?
I don't know, Marilyn. I've been trying to get this darn thing. I've been trying to get this thing together.
Thank you. How long has that been up there?
That was not from me. That's from the London and Peter from last night. Like
I see your picture on it.
Yeah, but that's from last night because we were working together last night, and I just don't feel comfortable stealing from my friends.
Oh.
I don't feel comfortable.
Thank you. I should have had that going on here. I honestly have no idea when you put that up there, but thank you.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Where was that?
Stopping with me.
My gosh, it was a long time ago. I don't even see it in the chat, Patrice.
You know why you didn't see it?
Because
you're like, Patrice, hurry up and finish this. I'm ready to go.
There it is. There it is. Thank you. And Danny was saying interfacing, and Gail was saying interfacing, and Dents was saying interfacing. I think Danny also said it. I know, Nicole. I got a little crazy to make sure the vinyl was adhered.
Marilyn was shaking it, girl. I don't even know what is going on now. What is happening? What is happening with society?
I know. I was just a big
when I'm done with this is how this is gonna go. Okay, just in case we get off right now. So this is
okay. Let me make you big.
This is gonna go here. There's gonna be like a little heart. I'm gonna paint it. I'm using these acrylic markers to paint. Okay, so this is gonna go here. Then that'll go, right here. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna try to put it on real quick. And then, but Marilyn, we really need to go. You need to go to work. And then this is gonna go like this. Like you can place this wherever, but I kind of feel like it needs to go kind of like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
I like it like that.
And then I'm just going to take the masking off the front and the back and then put, tape it on. And then it comes with these, like, this heart cut out of here. So I'll probably go ahead and like use this heart, like maybe on the side or something.
Yeah.
Let's do something like that, whatever you choose, right?
Yep.
It needs one more coat of this color. These markers are okay, but I'm not really all that crazy about them.
What brand are they?
Well, these brands from Amazon have all these crazy names. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Mark, good night. Thanks for coming in.
Mark, thank you for hanging out with us.
Sharon, I think we all mesh so well together. She said you two mesh so well together. Love it.
Aw. Marilyn meshes well with anybody. She's just so Marilyn. Like she's
just so Marilyn.
Oh, you're so good. You're so nice. You're so helpful. Like you're like genuinely nice all the time. Like
I'm just old and tired. You get nicer as you get older, I guess. I don't know.
Not old and tired, girl. What's going on? Not old and tired.
No. I'm not old and tired. I'm not old and tired. Although what my sister-in-law told me was that, so she was a mail carrier for years and years and years. She was a little post lady, the postmistress of a really small post office, and then it got blown away by a tornado. And thanks, Mark. And they didn't rebuild it because it was in a little teeny tiny town. Mm-hmm. So then she had to go to a bigger town nearby, and she went back to being a mail carrier. She did that until she retired. Mm-hmm. And so she was in really good shape. But she told me a while back that she's more tired now than she was when she worked full time.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to think. Sharon, I'm trying to think, how is that? I don't know what kind of dance I'm going to come up with this time, but thank you, Sharon. I didn't really do here. We gotta.
You shake? Did you
do what? I shook. I shook and shook. Girl. Shook and shook. I gotta go back for a retired crafter and do a little shake. Behind the booty.
Oh, what? What's on here today?
Oh no, and Danny wants to see me shake and shake. Behind the back.
Yeah. We're gonna stop over at that. Guys, I'll put up a picture of this because this is getting a little bit weird for me. It's getting a little weird.
Oh, it's a lot of weird. It is a lot of weird. You can tell I feel a whole lot better the last few days, can't you? Okay, so show us kind of what it's going to look like.
Okay, hold on.
Thanks, Lolita. Delonda said, wait a minute. Marilyn in the Junna?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Marilyn went to the Junna. Okay, so show us what it's going to look like.
So this is what it looks like. I got this side on. I need to push this side in, which to get it in the holes, like you have to put some strength. You have to use some force.
And they have to be lined up so perfectly.
Yeah. And then this is going to go right here, like over here on this side, kind of like I'm going to glue it on like that. Again, the hearts are just going to go like right here, like the openings for the O, like it's going to be heart openings. I'm going to put that there. And then this is going to go right here. And then I can fill this up. Look, you have like a little basket. I can fill this up with so many different, goodies as a gift. I can put this just like this. Also, what might be a cute idea is like for the jumbo cards, like this is light enough that you can have it on the card and you can kind of like paste it on the back of the card. And the good thing is that it's an SVG file. So you can literally put this like on your design so that it matches up perfectly. and then you can just use like whatever reinforcement you want to put on here to hold it back.
Nice. So are you talking about like instead of using a plastic thing to put candy under, put that on it and put the candy in it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Light enough. It's not heavy at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I could also use acrylic to do this too, like a cute little clear acrylic container or box. I think that would look cute too.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
You know, Patrice is so extra.
Wait, who said you were so extra? We all know it. Oh. We all know it. We do.
Oh, we all know
we
it.
all know it. You don't need to act like we don't know it. We all know it and you know it.
I don't know it.
We do. We know it and you know it, but we love that about you.
Carolyn. It's for. How Brenda for?
Oh my goodness.
Really? But this has been fun, Marilyn. You need to get ready for work. I'm going to sleep in the morning. Yeah. I'm not going to go to the gym, so you need to go. Look.
I will. Jennifer said extra P.
Definitely extra P.
Yeah, you're not extra. Look at that P up there. Rhinestoned up and all that. That's gorgeous.
Extra P.
Yeah, right, Mylene. She's extra in a good way. We love that. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm not sure about doing an hour-long laser project in live again. I don't want to do it. Not sitting right here. Maybe have the laser over there and do like you said. Start a laser project. Do something else. Because I know that hour when you're just listening to that, we can't hardly interact with each other.
Yeah.
I'm muting. I'm unmuting. I know that's kind of boring. So I apologize for the boringness of that.
Oh, it wasn't boring.
Oh, thank you. I think what your sister is true seem to be made tired now. Uh-oh. Sharon said she thinks that what she said is true. She seemed to be more tired now than when she was working all those long hours.
Aww.
Delonda, what time are you going to be live tomorrow for an hour? If you know.
What time, girl? Because guess what? Your homegirl is off and I could be tuned in while I'm riding my Peloton bike tomorrow, exercising.
And I can have my phone right here where I'm like, it's going, even though I don't know. I probably can't do that. I can do that tomorrow. I have my full-time roommate now, in my office. We're working together. And so, even though I'd still be working, it's just kind of hard to do that. Okay, noon Central Time. Awesome. You're going to press 2 transfers and the giveaway. What's the giveaway for?
For DTF, I think for a gang sheet or 2
Oh, nice.
DTF from Atlanta Vinyl. And she said subscribers have to be subscribed for 48 hours. I like that.
I do too.
2 months.
Yeah.
48 hours is good.
Gail, because I've never used plastic snaps, and I know these will bend down to the thickness you need them. So the metal snaps, you just pound them harder and they keep shrinking in. For that reason, in fact, I've never used plastic snaps. I would use metal because that's what I have. Patrice has used plastic snaps, and the plastic snaps come in super, super cute little designs. And so I just have never used the plastic snaps to know.
Yeah.
So, okay. Atlanta Vinyl's giving away 2 gang sheets. I had them make another one with light arms since the first one only had darker arms. Okay. And Den says she thinks she'll come on at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so 9 my time. Man, gonna have a good day of stuff. And then Patrice will be on live sometime tomorrow, or a premiere or something like. She'll be on live tomorrow night.
Sometime you still know me. You said it right the first time. Sometime tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
Well, I was thinking of the other video that you were talking about.
Oh, the laser video? Yeah, it'll be tomorrow. I wanted to have it up today, but then I was like, yeah, no, tomorrow's fine. I'll be off. I'll be able to chit chat. Yeah, I'm gonna be working. Well, no, I'm not gonna do any work tomorrow. I'm just gonna lay on my couch. No, I'm gonna lay on my bed and just relax.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Sounds wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna end unless you want to keep painting.
No, you have work tomorrow.
Okay.
Even though you're like basically done.
It is awesome because like I'll get a new email of stuff that's going to happen or stuff to start, or I'm still working a lot with kids, but when kids are coming in with new stuff, she's taken over. It is wonderful. Like I'm working half-time and getting paid for full-time for the month of January. It was really wonderful. And new projects that you have to start planning all that. I don't have to do that.
Do any of that.
Yeah.
Good for you, Ellen.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm done. Well, with this part, I just have to glue the extra stuff on.
Okay. It is super cute. And will you post it in your Facebook, my Facebook, maybe show it on live tomorrow night, something, show everybody what it looks like? Okay. Yeah. All right.
So you can paint your wood. Like, it doesn't have to look like wood. Like, you can paint this, but I want the wood look. All right, that's
they also have like this is from We Create, but there's other companies that have UV printed wood. Some of them are single-sided, some are double-sided. I would get the double-sided, even though it's a couple dollars more per thing, because certain things
can see you.
Certain things that you do, you might have hanging, and so you'd see both sides. But I probably have 10 colors of solid painted wood, or UV printed wood is really what it is. It's coated wood. And then I probably have 10 different designs also. And I cut, let's see. Let me get one more thing. Then we're going to go.
Okay.
Then we're going to go. I have a video on this. I made a baby sign. I cut this out with the Vista. And look, there's no charring. I mean, it is such a good cut. So I truly feel like if you're interested in a truly hobby laser, like you don't want to do everything and you are limited with what you can spend, I really, and I have not said this about many lasers, I really do love this Vista. I really do. I love the P2 for what it'll do, but if you know the limitations, you're not going to cut clear acrylic or translucent or transparent. It's not going to cut well. I really do love that Vista. But if you want to do clear acrylics, you're going to have to go CO2.
And do you want to say something real quick, Marilyn? So also, if you're looking to sell things with your lasers, you will make your money back from that Vista really, really quickly. And then you'll be able to, either buy another one or upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
True. I think Jennifer.
So she asked where this came from. This came from We Create. But I cannot remember. I found this site. There's a few sites that have UV coated wood. I found a site that had a ton of ones you pick from. This came as a set, so you're not picking what you want. You just get a little bit of everything. And I can't remember the name of the site, but I have it bookmarked. So at some point, I'll order some from them and see if it works well, and then I can post that too. So
the site where I get all of my acrylic from, or most of my acrylic, because I still get acrylic from Glowforge too. I like their acrylic. So it's Cerulean Ties, and they do UV printed wood. They also do custom prints. So if there's something special that you want on the wood, they will also do a custom UV printed wood for you.
Nice.
I went there. I saw it. It's really cool.
That is super nice. The custom stuff. All right. Thank you for coming on, Patrice, and having a laser play night. Thank you, everyone, for being in the chat. Patrice, Do you have any parting words?
Marilyn, thank you for accepting my invitation to be on your channel with you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on. And Patrice says, be kind, be loving. There truly are people out there that don't. Elderly people, if you see an elderly person, elderly, in a store and they're slow, give them a break. They're doing the best they probably can. If they're driving a little slow, give them a break. They're probably doing the best they can. So
a lot of people are just doing the best they can, you know? Yeah. Like, be a little patient. Like Delon, we forgot last night to remind y'all no road rage.
Yes. So Patrice was going to talk about road rage at the end, and she forgot. So yeah, so she just reminded you road rage is just unnecessary and dangerous. Don't participate in it. And we're not stealing from Delonda. That last night was supposed to be Romeo Wednesday, and so Patrice wanted to honor what she usually says. So we're just saying it a day late.
Exactly, because y'all know she don't pay us already anyway. We're just trying to get a paycheck. So we got to say it because we forgot yesterday.
Yeah, because we did get a paycheck. Because you got a paycheck and then you split it. So, one more. Shake behind the booty. Okay, we're out of here. We will see you guys tomorrow night in Patrice's live. And thanks for being here and thanks for being you. And we'll see you next time. Bye. I don't think I hit the end stream button. I think I missed it. Let me do it again. There we go.